Welcome back to our Dream in the Woods. Today we doing some sawmilling. Eric's gonna do some sawmilling and I'm gonna try to do a few projects, some more sawmill improvements. I got a winch and I'm gonna try to install that to turn those big heavy logs, and a few other improvements that I'm working on. I also need to shovel a lot of snow today, uncover those timber or lumber bunks. We have had a couple significant snowfalls in the last 2 weeks, and then we had a lot of sub-zero temperatures for maybe about 5 days. So I wasn't out here last weekend, so I was inside catching up on a few projects. So I'll show you what kind of snow we got. All right. So looks like on the ground right now about 14, 15 inches, and a little less back in the trees, but definitely a pretty good chunk of snow around. We plowed a couple times and pretty well have things opened up, but except for those lumber bunks need to be shoveled out, and I do need to do some shoveling around the sawmill. So let's get to it. Whoa! Hi! How you doing? Is Mom pulling you? Yeah. Yeah, so what do you think? You just got the last 6x10x22. How was it milling a 22-footer versus those 10-footers?
I don't know. It didn't seem much different. It just, you got to think about it a little more. It actually seems like it went faster because
Not as many cuts.
not as many cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then laying it out at the beginning, so you kind of know what your plan
Right.
is.
Yeah, that helped, putting that scale out there and then kind of marking it out so I knew where I was going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually kind of seemed a little easier
Yeah.
once that was marked out,
Yeah.
and I didn't have to fuss with every piece.
Yeah. We have a few, what looks like a little bit of bug marks there. They're not on, they're only on that one side, so I don't think I'm going to worry about it, but there are a few bug spots there. I was kind of looking at the rest of the timber as you're cutting it, and I think the rest of it doesn't have any of those, and there's just a few right there. So I think it's in great shape. So my project, after I got all that snow moved and the slab rack back in place, I'm gonna dig a hole right there to put that concrete block, or I don't know what you call that thing, footer, in there, and that is going to support a metal post that comes up here that has an arm on it, and then hold the winch. So that's upside down there, but that arm will come out about 4.5 feet, and then this metal post will go in the ground, and then that footer will be the base. So that's what I'm going to start working on. Eric's going to continue to mill. Now I got the second log loaded for the day. We just had some lunch. It's kind of got a big crown at the end, so Erik will have to contend with that. A little bit of a bow, it seems like. So see if we can get another 6x10 out of it. This one's 22 foot. Even though we just cut our last one, we have 14 of them. We decided that if we can get a 6x10 out of the 22s that we have, of the 22-foot logs, then we'll continue to cut them, and then we'll have some choices, and then we could always cut them down to smaller lengths. So my hole is coming along slowly. I need to get down about 8 inches, and I'm about 5. So gonna try to keep on hammering away at that. Well, Erik made another nice post, timber, whatever we're calling these. We're just deciding that if we can get a 22-footer out of them, we will. So that's 6x10 by 22, number 15. So he's got 2 done. He's got some edging to do for some more bonus lumber, and then I'll get him a new log. I finished digging my hole over there, but I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to deal with that. I'm out here shoveling snow. So, pain in the butt about getting so much snow is need to clean off all these lumber bunks. So basically I have 3 cleaned off, then I'll come in here with the skid steer and clean up this snow, get it out of the way. That gets us by with what we're doing today, but really that's 3 done. I should uncover 6 more before we're supposed to get in some freezing rain. So I don't know, do what I can, but that's what I'm doing, is down here shoveling, getting sweaty, and it's raining. Pleasant. Erik's got his 3rd log up here. It's a 19-footer. Has it cut down to 10 inches and is now doing his math on what he can get out of the bonus material above. It's not that easy. It's just kind of math, you know,
Kind of more like guessing math.
Guessing math, yeah. So, because you kind of are trying to.
Right there's a 2-inch and a 1-inch.
Yeah, and then so that looks good down here, but then you go through the board and
Exactly.
it's not straight.
But this is the lowest side, so I think I can get a 2 and a 1 out of there. But I don't. If I go for 2 2s,
Probably not going
no
to do
good.
it. Yeah. So the woes. Yeah, I don't think that's going to do anything down along there.
man, I can
Around.
try it.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
sawing.
I'm gonna give it a try.
All right.
Why not?
All right, so a new jig, time saver, is just a piece of hard plastic, whatever you call this stuff. The black piece is exactly 2 inches. So if you put it up there and then bring the saw blade underneath it, should be 2 inches. So we're just trying it out, see if it cuts. All right, we're just getting started for second day, Sunday. This is kind of what Erik got out of 3 logs as far as their bonus material. Most of those are 18, or all those are 18 footers. Let's see, we got 9 2x6s and 3 1x6s, I think. Yeah, maybe there's a shorter one in there. No, it looks like it's 18. Anyway, we got to put those away. At the end of the day, it started to do some freezing rain, and it's just kind of raining now, but Now everything is coated in ice, so that's pleasant. The forecast is for warmer temperatures with some rain, and maybe some freezing rain. So snuck the skid steer in here last night, so at least the cab should be fairly dry. Erik's getting everything going. All right, Erik's first log of the day. 15 on that end. 18 by 19. It's a big boy. It's a 22 footer, so he'll try to get another post out of it. 22 foot post. Might be able to get 2. What do you think?
I hope so. Good.
My project for the day is to start working on this. That block down there, I'm going to try to shave off some of that concrete so it kind of marries up to that pier there, so I can get that bracket as close to that post, well, as close to the pier as possible. So I'm going to start working on that.
Well, we'll see if we can see the plan, see if the plan's still there. So, we're saying this is center, so we talked about just cutting the center out and putting 2 in here. So, we just took that out. We're gonna get it there, right?
Looks good.
And we get on this side here. And we're good. We got just that little bit of spark right here.
Which I think is fine on both sides. I mean, look down that log. It just
Yeah.
gets bigger and
Can you
bigger
see
as
it?
go.
Yeah, just this little bit right here.
Yeah.
Well, and this is 12 right here, but since we're taking losing about a half an inch, cutting that pith out, yeah, then I think that's going to be it.
See if we can get 2 6 by 10 by 22s. And I would say if we get these 2, we're done cutting them. That gives us 3 spares. I think it's great.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right, now we have to spin it.
Yeah. So I was able to shave out quite a bit off that block with that grinder. And then now I've got that block down in there level. This is my plate. That'll go like that. So we're going to leave that loose, do a dry fit, and figure out where the upper bracket needs to go. So we'll do the through bolts up there, and then we'll be able to tap this bottom piece into place to tell us where it needs to be secured to that block. So that's the plan on that. So this is a perfect example of why we need the winch.
Right.
There's a log like this. All right.
Oh.
Okay. All right, so filled that with grease. Should keep all the water out of it. And I got my holes drilled for my bracket. Don't scrutinize the level of that too much. But let's put it in.
Want to hand that to me and then we can clean out that base?
Yeah.
Want to clean out the bottom of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Got it?
Yeah. Okay. It's in. You got that?
I've got it, yes.
Get my
Nice bench.
step stool. Good.
What? They're not long enough?
Not long enough. There's not much I can do about that at the moment. That's a fail.
Okay, let me go.
Okay. Yeah.
It's supposed to spin just like that.
Yeah. Okay, a second. Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Installed.
Yeah. And there's even threads back here.
Nice, that makes it way easier.
Since there's clay in that, there's probably no reason to not just cinch that down now. So don't throw it off because it's set.
Indent into the wood a little bit.
Good.
Should be good. All right. Swing out of the way fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I didn't try that.
And look at, I think that thing was going to go right in between those two rafters.
That would be perfect.
It might have to sit away a little bit, but
Yeah.
sweet. So let me just tap that into place.
that's level right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Outstanding. All right, take 2 worked better than take 1. A little longer. 9-inch bolt versus an 8-inch bolt made a big difference. So now put some anchors down in that block, and then we have one more bracket to go in there, and then we can put that winch on that. Perfect.
That's good. Real good.
All right, post is installed. So didn't really know where to put this one, but decided to put it there. Put a few washers in behind it. There is a little bit of pressure there, but it's sitting good, and the top is level. So, and it looks like it'll then be at the right spot to then roll that log on the mill. So next step for this project is putting that winch up there, which is kind of heavy. Pith is out. Very nice.
Ready?
Yeah.
You're gonna drive forward?
Yeah. Okay, we're good.
You want to come down?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Thanks for the lift.
Yes, sir.
Wow. It's like it was made for that.
That was good.
Well, Eric and I decided to go move snow, slush, for the afternoon. So we kind of bailed out of here, and it was a good thing. It was snotty. So had the backhoe and the plow going. So anyway, that's the winch. It works, goes up and down, swivels back and forth. Need to do a little fine tuning of exactly where the placement is going to be, and then I have an idea as a system to get a hold of the log, and I'll show you that here. I can't remember exactly what website I got this off of, but I can dig for it if anyone wants to know. But just a cant hook replacement. So I'm going to put a piece of chain on that, and then have, I'm not sure what the right thing is called as far as a hook on there that takes chain links, you know, like on a regular chain. So then I can basically pull it up to any position and then hook it there with the chain on it. So, and then I'll come underneath the log here and then hook it in to the top of the log and then roll the log that way. So that's the idea there. A couple other improvements I've done. I added this bolt right here, and that's for that purpose right there. If anyone's ran these mills, they know that those fall to the ground and usually do a little cussing when that happens. The log stops back here I did a little modification to. So These are actually drilled little divots and on 1 inches, so, and they kind of go at a diagonal 3 at a time down to 11 inches. And so that way, I had marked these before, but they had come off. The other thing I did is I added this little bolt, I guess, and I kind of put it in the front so you grab it with your finger. So one hand could be running that, and the other hand could be running this. So no more measuring tape. So I did that to all of them. So that's been handy. One detriment of putting that bolt in there is my 2-inch PVC doesn't go on. But I cut this one off, and I just need to modify it a little bit more, and then that'll slide on a little bit better. We're using this 2.5, which works fine too. That tip, lots of different mills on YouTube have been using those things, and they do make a huge difference. I should have been using them a long time ago. So the other improvement I did is I made these jigs. This is a 1.5, so this is 1.5, and you might have saw Erik using it there. You put that at the end of the log, and then bring your saw blade up underneath there, and it's exactly 1.5 inches. So we would typically, once you jack that small end of the log up, you can't use your scale anymore, and so you end up having to measure and stuff. So this, I have 1 inch, 1.5, and 2 inch. So that should save some time. So that was a pretty good improvement. I went back to using the lumber bunk, but I left the straps in there. And so my idea is I'm gonna fill that up and then lift that up out of there as a bundle. The slab rack is handy, and it keeps them nice and tidy. So I'm going to try that as my next one. One of the guys left a comment that I should get a metal bounder and then bound those up, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I don't plan on being high production for that long. Another thing, the small little stuff, the burn barrel is a fail. I don't know how much you can see, but this is just a Mongo big pile of junk that we were gonna be burning in the burn barrel. But so that's a fail. Stuff's green, it doesn't burn very well. It's more trouble than it's worth. So all that's just gonna get pushed in the pile and then get burned in the spring. So and then stuff like this just cart away. But trying our best to keep the work site clean and organized, and it seems like it's been doing good. Managing the sawdust is another improvement from that I've been doing here for the last few months. It does add up fast. We're probably doing at least a bag a day, if not 2 bags a day. But it does keep a mountain. It would be a mountain of sawdust all through here if we weren't bagging it. And I have someone at work that wants it, and she has a blueberry farm, and we're going to trade sawdust for blueberries, so that's a good deal. Last thing I wanted to say was the least glamorous part of this whole thing is putting away that lumber in those lumber bunks. Especially on a day like today, I just spent, I don't know, hour and a half moving all of those beams, 2x6s, 1x6s. There was a pretty good pile. I think there was 10 2x6s and 6 1x6s. Anyway, it's all snowy out there, so you have to keep up with the shoveling. Then it was freezing rain, so there was a layer of ice on everything. And then you want to get that stuff stowed away clean, and it just is impossible. So It's the least glamorous part of this whole thing. So for every part of milling, there's a less glamorous part of putting away that lumber in the rain after you've been working all day. So anyway, that's me ranting a little bit, I guess. This pile of 1x6s by 10 have been sitting here, and I have a plan for them, and that's the next thing on the agenda. Is I'm going to build a basically a pallet that I can pick up with the forks and then stack the 1x6s on that pallet. And I need lots and lots and lots of these, hundreds of them, and so I need an efficient system that's fast and close to the sawmill. So I'm going to set that pallet just here close and cover it up with some tin, and then as we make 1x6s, we can just add to it right here at the sawmill. So that's the next project. It kind of seems like a hodgepodge video to me over the last 2 days. Eric and I certainly worked really hard. I'm not sure if the video captures what we got accomplished, but we got the winch up. Erik sawed some really nice timbers and other dimensional lumber, so appreciate that. We're working well together. He's got it down. He's definitely graduated, so I'm working next weekend, so I imagine he'll be out here at the mill doing it solo. So appreciate his help, and appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you with the next video.